Kosi Nation, welcome back to another episode of Kaizer Chiefs Uncut. You know we keep it real, we keep it raw, we keep it passionate, man. Yeah, as you seen the title of the video today, man. I'm not kind of happy with this news that we've been getting, man. So we need to set the record straight. So let's set the record straight today, man, on a couple of issues, couple of things that we always hear about in the media. But before we go into it, man, I'd like to thank everybody for subscribing to the channel, man, for liking the channel. Much appreciated, man. We're a new channel, but already we're getting the numbers, man. Thank you very much. We're not about that. We're about the passion. We're about Kaizer Chiefs, man. So thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscriber button. And if you feel like you like any part of this video, hit the like button. The notification bell is also right there, so you can get notified every time we drop a new video. Let's get to it, man. Number one, I'd like to set the record straight, man. Number one, Sipho Mbule. Sipho Mbule has always been rumored to be coming to Chiefs. Every window when the season ends, Sipho Mbule to Chiefs. Man, this is getting boring, man. Let's set the record straight. When are we gonna realize that Sipho Mbule is not coming to Kaizer Chiefs? He'll never come to Kaizer Chiefs. I don't think, the fans and the people outside and the media, they want him to go to Chiefs, but I don't think Chiefs wants him, man. Okay, let's look at it, man. I'm not saying I know everything, but let's just calculate, and see if 1 and 1 still equals 2. Look at the situation, Sipho Mbule. Mamelodi Sundowns won't even bring him into the team. Mamelodi Sundowns is a team of winners, man. They want winners, but they don't want him. They've been sending him out to Polokwane to go prove himself. What did he prove? He proved that he's a problem. He's still out there. I don't know if he's partying or he's drinking, whatever he's doing, man. The reports have been saying he had a good half of a season, and then the second half he didn't play because of off-field issues. Man, let's look at Kaizer Chiefs and a guy like Kaizer Motaung Jr. Kaizer Motaung Jr. is a disciplined guy, man. And he's the one that's in charge of those kind of situations and Chiefs players and stuff like that. Look at him, look at his career, look at how he conducts himself. Remember how he used to play, man. Remember how he conducted himself on the pitch. And then compare him to Sipho Mbule. You think you bring a guy like that with a history of Kaizer Chiefs with guys like Jabu Pule and those guys like that. Who's this guy who talks a lot now? You know him, man. The guy with the blonde hair. I don't want to mention his name, but you know him, man. So I don't think Sipho Mbule will ever come to Chiefs, man. It would have happened a long time ago. If they wanted him, they wouldn't have let him go to Polokwane City or whatever, or all these teams that he played for, Skupune, all these other teams, man. They would have snatched him right away. But they don't want him, clearly. I think let's settle there. Number 2, let's settle this Fiston Mayele situation, man. Every day when I wake up, I hear another story about Chiefs and Fiston Mayele. Okay, let's go back a little bit. Fiston Mayele used to play for Young Africans when it was still coached by Coach Nabi. Yeah, that's when he started setting the African scene on fire, man, scoring a lot of goals, and everybody wanted him, and Kaizer Chiefs included. Kaizer Chiefs did step forward, say, now we want this guy, spoke to him, but they failed to get him because of one thing only: high salary demands, huge salary demands. So Kaizer Chiefs couldn't afford to get him while he was at Young Africans to bring him to Kaizer Chiefs because he was too expensive, or he wanted to get paid a lot of money. Sharp. And then in 2023, he moves, big money move to Pyramids. He goes there, he gets his big money, the salary that he wanted, and he starts paying in those goals. Now, fast forward, he's a Champions League winner in 2025. And you think he's going to leave Pyramids and come to Chiefs and come play in the Confed when he's a champion in the CAF Champions League? Think about it, man. 1 + 1 is 2, man. Think about it. Chiefs wasn't able to pay him the money that he wanted when he was still at Young Africans. Imagine, do you think they'll be able to pay him now? I doubt it. They're not willing to pay him. They were not willing to pay him then. He's a bigger player now. He's a bigger star now. He's going to be more expensive than before. So, hardly doubt that Kaizer Chiefs will get Fiston Mayele. And you remember, just recently, last month, Fiston Mayele just embraced Islam. He's a Muslim now. So clearly he loves Egypt, man, and he's planning to stay there for a while. He won't be coming here to South Africa, man. So I think that's clear, man. The record is straight on that one. And now, Fawaz Basadim. I know I talk about Fawaz a lot. Everybody talks about Fawaz, and they also mention him when they talk about Kaizer Chiefs. I doubt Fawaz will come to Chiefs. Look at his teammates that he played with. You have your Ashley Dupree. You have your the guy that plays for Sundowns now. I don't like to mention another team, but look at him. He's playing in the Champions League now. All the guys that moved to Sundowns are in the Champions League. Sprung Senem Tetua and Ashley Dupree are here with us. They're going to be playing in the Confed. I think he'll go to Sundowns, man. I still say that, man. And I still say that Kaizer Chiefs, they made a big mistake by not getting Fawaza when he was still at Swallows. They let him go all the way to Stellenbosch. He was here, just next to us here. He was also a Soweto player. They let him go all the way there because they weren't looking at him. But now that he's expensive, they're looking at him. Stellenbosch, man, gets paid a lot of money for these guys, man. For Ikram, they get well over 10 million. They're going to expect much more for Fawaza. With his rank just upgraded now with him captaining the Bafana team just the other day, man. I don't think they'll be able to get Fawaza, man. I highly doubt, man. I think the record is straight on that one. And another thing, man, first thing I want to talk about, the record we need to set straight, is Faisal Feitoto Salum. He's in the country playing, man. Kaizer Chiefs been chasing this guy. I think Kaizer Chiefs are the only team in South Africa that are chasing Faisal Salum, But reports recently in the last week or so, they were saying that this guy basically is too big for Chiefs. They were showing his numbers that he has more Instagram followers than the whole of Kaizer Chiefs and stuff like that, man. Making Kaizer Chiefs like is a small team and he's bigger than Chiefs. But after reports, man, he's in the country. After reports, all those reports, man. Did you see the match? After the match, his coach Suleiman, he came out and said these words. They're on the screen, man. He said these words, man. What I like among all these words, man, is these particular words. When he is coming here, when he say coming here, he means here in South Africa. He says he'll be able to play at any team. He didn't want to mention teams, but he's talking about it, so everybody knows about it, even in Tanzania, man. I think Tanzanians are going to beg him to come here to South Africa to prove Tanzanian football, man, because he's their star over there, man. That's what I'm hoping for. Salum and Thabo Tele there in that midfield. Will be a killer, man. Be a killer. I know he's going to be expensive. Azam won't let him go easily. So they say he's one of the best players in Tanzania right now. So we'll see, man. We're just hoping that, just like Coach Suleiman says, if he's coming here, he's not saying if, he say when he's coming here. When he's coming here means when he comes to Chiefs, basically, man. I hope he comes to Chiefs, man. That's my biggest dream, man, so far. So we can be a competitive team again, man. Cool, see. Yeah, man. Number 5. It's another one, man. Percy Tau is a free agent again. Percy Tau is free, man. He's just been released by his team, Qatar CS over there in Qatar. So they felt like he didn't have such a great impact on the season. He played 10 games, he didn't score any goals, and he had 4 assists. So they let him go, man. And okay, let me start by saying this. Any player that gets released gets linked with Kaizer Chiefs. Anybody, any reporter, any journalist, they just write stories about Chiefs, fake news and lies and stuff like that. Me personally, I've never heard anyone at Chiefs saying that they want to get Percy Tau, but every time Percy Tau leaves the team, they affiliate him with Chiefs. Yeah, Percy Tau would be a good player, man, would be a good addition. I'm sure he'd strengthen the striking force of Kaizer Chiefs, but I've never heard anyone at Chiefs talk about him, man. Okay, let's talk about him. Let's get Percy Tau. He's free, but he's used to big monies, and I don't think Chiefs likes paying big money. They like free. There he's free, but big money salaries, I'm not so sure. They paid Keegan Dolly, and they wasted a lot of money on Keegan Dolly. So here's Percy Tau. Let's see, another player coming from overseas on big salaries. What will we do, man? Let's see. I'm not so sure. But yeah, man, on a lighter note, we have a young man Steven Mendes, he plies his trade in Sweden. He plays for Hammarby over there in Sweden. He's still a young man, man. Plays for the under 17 South Africa team, so he's still a baby. But he's one of ours, man. He's a Kosi boy. Before he went to Hammarby, he was at the Kaizer Chiefs Academy. So apparently he's in the country, man. I think he's going to be staying. I don't think he's going to be going back to Sweden. So chances most likely are he's going to come back to Chiefs. And Coach Nabi is reported to he's going to take a look at him after this under 17 World Cup that's going to be playing in September. So after that World Cup, Coach Nabi will take a look at him, and if Coach Nabi doesn't give him a first team contract, Coach Vela will just continue with him as he's going to be coaching him anyway at that World Cup. We'll just continue with him at the DDC team. We'll improve the team so we can win another title. You remember the DDC team just won their maiden title in 10 years, man. So yeah, man, I think that's good news for us, and there's a lot of scores settled, man. I'm tired of these rumors, man. We listen, we hear, we see, but we are not dumb, man. We can hear when we can see when something is not gonna happen, man. We can see that this Fiston Maela move is not gonna happen, man. We see that this Mbule move is highly unlikely, man. We see Fawaza going to Chiefs, is a tough ask. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying highly unlikely. Pesitau, I don't know. So man, yeah, that's the episode, man. That's the episode. That's it, Cozy Nation. Please, man, if you liked any part of this video, hit the like button. And I saw that, man, there's a lot of people watching the videos, but most of you are not subscribed. Please hit the subscribe button, man. Please, Cozy Nation. I support Namakosi. I'm not a journalist. I'm not a reporter. I'm just here to set the record straight as a Kosi fan and as somebody that can see, man. 1 + 1 is 2. You can't fool me and say 1 + 1 all of a sudden now makes 5. No, man, I'm not dumb. Most Kosi fans are not dumb. We realize and we see, man, the truth, and we know what Kaizer Chiefs needs, man. And these reporters and these agents, they keep pushing the narrative their own direction so they can sell papers or whatever, whatever. We are not here to sell anything. We love Kaizer Chiefs. That's our team, man. Kosi, Spenny Jalo, Kosi Alpeli Moya. Next season, we're on the up and up.